So in 2008, also, right, you and so many famous artists filmed Stop the Violence with KRS-One. Can you talk about what that experience was like and who was there?
Oh, that was goat shit. Shout out Hakeem Green, cause that's how I got there. And we did this shit. He's on my first mixtape. Um, he plugged me in with a couple joints and shit. Know what I mean? But that was one of the early joints. I mean, the whole boot camp was there. I was on BET with boot camp. Like I was just standing in the background because I was just in the room writing with them. I wrote with Tretch. Know what I mean? Like Nas was in the control room while I'm writing. Young Guru did my shit. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z's engineer did my shit. And then I was like, yo, I shouldn't say Brett on the Stop the Violence joint, right? He's like, I suggest you don't. And I still did it by accident.
What was the interactions like with KRS?
Minimal. There's so many fucking people there. I'm literally below nobody status in that. Know what I mean? It was definitely like I'm happy to be here ass nigga in moment. I smoked my verse though. Like the niggas that witnessed it, no matter what level they were, and there's a video for that too. And you know who filmed it? J.Ru the Damager. Cause there was so many people in the fucking studio, they kicked my cameraman out.
Wow.
So when I went to spit my shit, I got the camera and I was like, I had met J.Ru at a battle. J.Ru was hosting a battle that is Reef against Nems in like 0506. I met him through that. And he remembered me because I'm a big ass nigga. Know what I mean? So I was like, yo, son, they kicked my peoples out. Like, can you film it for me? So he filmed it. And then I started killing it. And he turned the camera on himself, like, this is Jay for the Damager. And then like put it back on me. And I was like, like that was a stamp. And I was getting mad, shout outs for the cosign. I have a video on there. And there's a bunch of niggas talking about the cosign. Shout out Smith and Wesson too. Shout out the whole boot camp clique too. Like, oh man, because they were my Wu-Tang as a kid. Know what I mean? Not that Wu-Tang wasn't my Wu-Tang, but it back in the day it was a level playing field because the major artists and the indie artists were the same thing because they were on the same shelves.
All right, so now years later, you were really critical of KRS for the Africa Bambaataa thing. What was that like for you to see like kind of someone that you looked up to do that political kind of thing?
I smashed his record on an interview. Niggas had the shit. They had Criminal Minor framed and shit. And here's the thing though, they was gaslighting me because they know I'm gonna pop off and they already know how I feel about it. So they kind of hyped it up a little bit, which is fine because it doesn't change how I feel. I just like finally in the last 2 or 3 years have been able to listen to that shit again. Cause that shit was uh nah, bro. Can't do it.
Right.
Can't do it. Why is that? Double X Posse? Not gonna be able to do it.
All right, can you talk about the Reef versus Nems battle? You was there watching it in person, the whole thing? What was it like? And who do you think won?
Oh, Reef by far.
What year is this?
Reef by far, and that, this, in New York.
But you said this is like 04, 05 though, right? Like around that time?
Exactly.
Okay.
No, Reef, no. It's not a debate. Reef bodied him. It's crazy because you know how, like,
Because the footage doesn't show the whole battle, right?
yeah, look, it's the whole battle, but like, you know how niggas like do some freestyle shit, some premeditated shit, whatever. So Reef said a line that he said on some other shit, but like Nems was like in his face because this is like Fight Club days. Know what I mean? So he's like trying to intimidate him. He's up in his face. Nems was beating Reef the fuck up. Then now, whatever. Doesn't matter. Um, but he was like in his face. And Reef says some shit like walking through you like a hologram and shoulder tugged the nigga. I was like, yo, this shit is nuts. It was, yeah, that was a crazy experience, and that's how, like, you know, linked up with J. Rue. Shout out to J. Rue because, excuse me, his first two albums was everything to me too. You know what I mean?
How many rounds did they go?
I don't know. You're asking too much. Like,
Alright. But okay, can you recall?
It wasn't like they were going back and forth. I don't know. I think they each rapped once or twice.
Okay, but can you recall if like the crowd or anyone determined at the end that Reef won?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was unanimous.
It was unanimous. Okay, and did Nems look pissed off about
Oh,
it?
it was unanimous to me.
Okay. Did Nems look pissed off by the outcome of that battle?
You know, like you see Nems now, how he doesn't give a fuck,
Right.
like the same level, but like not as popular. He ain't give a fuck.
Got you. Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
But, no, and I mean, Nems is goated too. Shout out Nems, bro.
Right. All right. 2009, you and Reef put
Oh
out
God,
King and
King in the
what?
Cause. No, you know what's funny? Now look. So I got a little thing of CDs. And I got them by the year. And the only CD I don't have is like, well, the early Everything's a Gambles. I don't have a copy myself. And then the King in the Car shit, which is a Shadyville joint. I have a copy. That's the only CD I didn't bring down.
Hmm. So you guys got Block McCloud, Terminology, Brother Ali on the joint, and this is the second mixtape hosted by DJ Who Kid, and it's put on thisis50.com. What was it like working on this project?
Oh shit. I mean, me and Reeve at that point I did a lot of shit. We have a whole unreleased album. You know what I mean?
I know.
He's like, I know. But you never heard it.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was gonna ask you about it in a little bit.
I mean, look, you give me that hat, I'll let you come over and peep it.
So during that time, it's so crazy for thisis50.com to be hosting it because it was such a big deal back then. 50 was really ahead of his time with the content creation. They had interviews on there and everything. Did you guys ever go up there for an interview?
Hell no. No, we ain't do none of that. We ain't do none of that. Who came through the Allentown though? Know what I mean,
Oh, okay, that's dope.
posted up, took a couple flicks of the joint. You know what I mean? Say what up. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of shit that could have been done back then on our end that wasn't. And it still ended up being like a cool situation. I mean,
Right.
I don't know. Um,
That's when you guys were like at the height of like man, I don't know, like as far as like doing joints together though, right?
I guess. I mean, we got a bunch of shit. I mean, I got a bunch of shit with a bunch of niggas that I fucked with in a certain time period. You know what
Right.
I mean? And then it doesn't work out like that. You know what I mean? So it's not a big deal. Um, I put him on my first album on the joint. We redid the Smith and Wesson shit, which is probably ahead of the chronological order because you're only at '09, and I'm talking about 15 shit. But that was a blessing. Like I got to redo a Smith and Wesson song with Smith and Wesson singing the hook, and I threw him on that, and it was cool. But me and GQ part was better because we intricately went through the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we mimicked the shit because we're redoing these niggas' song. It was still it's still cool. It's all good, but bro, man, I think by that time like shit done ran its course. You know what I mean?